up. Yep, cool. All set up. Hello, welcome to number 2 of the 2D/3D minis that I'm making. This is going to be in Fusion360 instead of Blender, and we're doing Ice Golem thanks to Craft Picks. Picks with an X. So doing this sucker today, which I'm going to call Ice Golem. He looks icy. Yeah, we used Blender yesterday, and today we're going to be using Fusion360 because I use it a lot more, and to be honest, I can probably trust path trace using a spline, and then I don't know what I'm going to do from there. I'm just going to trace it, maybe then extrude it and thicken it, see how I go. Yeah, don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. And yeah, okay, so just going to make sure everything's set up. Yep, cool. Alrighty, so we're going to start by chucking in, yes, last of the onesie weather, so in the good old Piccolo onesie. I'm going to start by inserting our little dude. I'm going to go top, and then basically just extrude up. Yep. Let's go 90 degrees, and whoops, I want you up here, so we got a little bit more of a judge. Now, assuming, I don't know, these are 5 maybe, so we probably want it up to here. So if we go 3, oh wait, we want all of these. Where's uniform? Oh, we'll just go like that. Well, that's going to be way too big. Can't remember how to do one uniform. Yep, that did not like that. Uniform, scaling. Let's move him up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make him 1.6. Why does it create a new value every time? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's too big. 1.6, 1.6, 1.6. Get your ass up there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good enough. Good enough. Alrighty. And let's chuck an advert out here. Alrighty. Let's keep going. All the while watching Luca's scary ass Hellblade. Fuck that. I couldn't play that game. Sketchy sketch. Let's just do a line. Let's see how big this sucker is. It says 25, so I guess that's about right. 26. Good enough. We can just scale it up later, like 2 centimeters. That will be fine. Alrighty. Alright, let's get rid of that. Don't need that. Oh, I don't know why I deleted that. I do need a sketch. Alrighty. Tracing time. Now, a good thing about these lovely drawings is a lot of everything is connected, except for this eye here. So I'm going to merge these eyebrows. And a couple of other little features will be just merged a little bit closer or just missed completely. So like, don't need dots. Merge that, merge this, skip these little things. So it'll be a complete outline. Basically Silhouette 2D Mini. So we're going to get started by, got our sketch. Do I have my spline put up here? Because I'm going to be using it a lot. Yeah, okay. This is the one I want. Yep, cool. So we're just going to be using the spline tool, essentially. And we need somewhere to start. So let's start. Here's as good a place as any. So I'm going to be trying to stick to the middle of the sketch. See how we go. And I think I'll do an outline first. And then maybe a spline is not going to be the best idea. We'll keep going. We might be able to just mess around with it a little bit later. some more points in. Get out of the way, axis. If you hold control, it will stop you from clicking onto the little squares. Whoops. What did I do? Okay, so I need to start off at that last one. Yeah, I just want to go for the highs and the lows and in betweens. Should be one more in there, just to make it a little bit easier later to join up these little cross sections here. And there we go. Hey, Dovedel, thanks for the follow. If you're just joining in, we're making this little guy. Image thanks to craftpix.net. It's one of their free little sprites. And we did one in Blender yesterday, doing Fusion360 today. Just going to test out a couple of different ones, see which one's more efficient. Yeah, cheers. So I haven't really done this kind of thing in Fusion360. I do a lot of prototypes and engineering type things. So most organic things I would usually use Blender. There's a crap load of handles here that I'll have to deal with. But let's just close it all up for now. Actually, I wonder if I'd be better off doing lines for those kind of things. Oh no, we want to spline it through to here, so that makes sense. We'll start here. And go across, and then join that up there. Go the highs and lows, which makes it nice and easy. I've screwed it up already. Get rid of that one. Because we want to go to the centers. Because I'm not going to do an outline. Oh, I completely missed that. What about up there? Oh, I did up there. We're going to go to the centers and then extrude out. Oh mate, it is, isn't it? Even just the camera controlling just keeps screwing. Like the fact that I used Blender last night and I'm using Fusion tonight is just, yeah, the camera's going all over the place at times. Well, it certainly was in Blender last night. Fusion is very powerful. It just doesn't do the organics very well. So I'm really skeptical as to how I'm going to actually get these creases to work. Come on, man, line up. There we go. But that's what the handles are for, right? So we'll see how we go. And I really should have put one here, but I guess we'll just create a new one. And I'll get up to there. Hopefully that didn't leave a spot. I think it did. I'll fix that up later with a move. There is an option to change the camera controls, yes. I kind of got used to it, so I ended up keeping it as default because I think it updated one day, so it all reverted back, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's time to get used to the camera controls. We might as well keep going on the head. I should put my chat overlay on. That way I don't have to keep looking over there. There we go. All right, over here, let's redo spline. So what have you been making so far in Fusion? What have you been learning? Really hope this is going to work out with the splines, because in Blender, obviously, you can just go click, 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 and put vertices bloody everywhere, and just kind of subdivide and add more as you go, bend it to your will. This is obviously going to automatically try and do curves everywhere. I would imagine spaceships is something that Fusion360 will do well, to be honest. Oh, I really didn't want that to be a circle, but anyway, whatever. It's very good at structural design. In my experience. Can't say I've done a spaceship, but I've done similar things. Oh, what did I just do then? To be honest, I've only been using it maybe 2 years. And it's not very constant. Like, I've done I don't know if this is the finished one. I've done like some cosplay props. Oh, it's not the finished file, but there is one somewhere. So that's one that I was finishing up. This is just a lot of random stuff. Cake model. And then just some prototypes. So like, here's a engine, well, a brushless motor that I made, and then you just kind of coil it up. So get rid of the bearing, rotor. You can see there that you got the base plate. You wrap that on, and then kind of just all bolts together. It's a very small brushless motor. It's designed for either round or square magnets, depending which ones you buy. Just the cheap sort of neo magnets off eBay sort of thing. But that worked well. It wasn't exactly balanced because I didn't cut the lead properly, and I did put the magnets in properly, so this part was all balanced, but yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it worked, so that was cool. And this is a torch based Sailor Moon cosplay wand that I made. Where's the ball? Moon ball? Yeah, moon ball. So yeah, that's 3D printed. Made a couple of them. Actually, I've got one right here. Oh no, it's not put together. It's a little tiny one. So it's all threaded. So it's all kind of like in parts. And it's all hollow as well, so it allows you to put electronics inside when you printed it a decent sort of thing, a decent size. And then the rest is just kind of screwing around half finished projects. Yeah. Speaking of which, I'll save this before I lose it. This is Ice Golem. Yeah, I missed your message before. Topology in Blender, like, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, depending how you go about modeling to begin with, I guess. It can definitely take a bit of getting used to. I'm with you there. Let's get rid of that. And keep on our spline train. And go from that point. But yeah, the fact that this kind of does it for you. Although I don't think Fusion does the top. Fusion does tries from memory. It doesn't put it into a proper topology mesh. I may be wrong. But yeah. I guess if you export it as an object, I can't remember. I remember exporting it anyway once upon a time, and it all came out tries. I'm sure there's other ways that I just didn't pay attention to. I really hope these are getting on the dots and making solid objects. Solid profiles, I should say. Yeah, yeah. That is, yeah. Now I remember. That's exactly what I had to do. It does go to triangles, but because it does make the triangles quite good, Blender does fix a lot of them up for you automatically. And then you just go around and fix your bloody intercepts and intersects, sorry, and the remainder tries, which obviously can save a lot of time depending how you started. Okay, so I'm going to join these eyebrows, otherwise that will not be 3D printable. Go there and there, so I can go straight across later. And just a few nice little clicks here. And we'll join it back up. Click. Click in. You son of a bitch. There we go. And now, actually, you know what? I'm just going to do a line. Yeah. And get that there. And a few clicks. And a line there so we can match it up. Cool. Alrighty. Probably going to skip that little rock that's coming out of his mouth. I think it might take away from the detail of the mouth. Instead, we're just going to start a new spline. Let's go from down here. On the line, please. Yep. So obviously we can tell that it's on the line by highlighting. Yep. And we'll go, yeah, we'll do the teeth, each one, and then I reckon we'll do a line across, maybe. So they're like 2D minis. So I guess from one angle, they're going to look like they're 2D. But they are going to be extruded. So they'll be 3D printable. And I'm going to just kind of finish them off in a way where hopefully you won't need any supports as well. Yeah, essentially. Almost like so they feel like D&D. And they're almost going to be like a silhouette. So, there'll be nothing in between them. It's where the lines are. So where all the black lines are is essentially all you're going to see by the end of it. Oh, what just happened there? Oh, just going to keep going. Actually, that's what I'll do. Just going to do that, and then I'll put lines across. Should come out pretty well. Alright, what have we missed on the head? We're going to skip that. Done that, done that, done that. Cool. Jeez, this trace is coming out pretty fast. There's going to be a ridiculous amount of handles to mess around with. So yeah, at the moment, this is like the only thing you miss is inserting the image in as a canvas, and then trying to scale that to like 25. I think it came out as 26 mil or something like that. And then this is all just one big sketch. And yeah, not entirely sure how it's going to turn out, because usually I close my sketches, so like whether we're going to have anything to extrude or whether we're just going to extrude the line and then that will be a face and then we'll thicken it is kind of what I'm thinking, but we shall see. Otherwise, you know, I might just be doing all of this trace pathing for no particular reason at all, which would be fun. That'll be an easy one. Nice easy join up there. But yes, almost everything in Fusion is sketching. So you sketch from each angle. You can do 3D sketching, but I find it a lot easier in almost every circumstance to sketch from a certain angle and then kind of just manipulate it from there. So this is just a whole heap of fit splines, obviously. So that's cool. I should have put one in here, because now I'm going to have to join the line up, which is a pain in the ass sometimes. There we go. I should put one here. So that I can then alrighty, so we got to do his other hand, whatever the hell that is. Yep. Although that curve needs to kind of go around there. Might be able to do something with that later. Close enough. I should have put one in there, but that's alright. I have this one here, and we'll go down to the line. Yeah, it touched. Cool. Oh geez, computer's lagging a bit. That's new. If we did that side, you reckon these are meant to be pecs? Probably. So I should probably just kind of put in these little, this little pecky here. Oh, pecky, peck. Pecky could mean something else. Alrighty, let's save that because I think the tracing is done. So we do have heaps of little profiles here, which would be nice and easy, but I guess we're going to have to start with these handles first and get everything kind of nicely shaped to the way that we want it. Luckily, a lot of it is already automatically done. Just some of these creases that we want a little bit finer. So feel free to ask any questions, but essentially we're just kind of grabbing these handles and moving them to get the line to suit where we want it. Yep, there we go. To get those creases a little bit sharper, because it is an Ice Golem. So you probably shouldn't have so many rounded edges. On these ones, because is this the one where I joined up two splines? So I'm probably going to have to like mess around with this a fair bit. Because as I move one spline, it's going to ruin the other. Yep, there we go. That actually worked better than expected. So let's move you in a little bit. Yep. And press escape if you need to kind of get rid of some of the handles or whatever. I don't know how sharp I want this, to be honest. That's probably going to be good. And see, this is where I kind of screwed up. So this point, it needs to be almost in line here for me to get the proper control. I just exited instead of saving the move. Stop clicking. Press Control to stop it from clicking, or snapping, I should say. Alright, now we've got some controls. Yeah, that's better. See how that move just completely fixed that up. Oh, now I've screwed this one up. That's alright, we can fix that. Yeah. It's really good once you get used to it. Yeah, nice. So that kind of worked out. And then and yeah, it's that control, the fucking Blender, the just changing app. It's messing with me. Sweet. That's coming together pretty nicely. To be honest, if I even took those hooks or horns away, like this little fiery head that he's got going on, kind of looks cool. Like some of these patterns. Anyway. Alrighty, so let's see if we can somehow get a square going out of this. God knows how. I might need to put more points in, maybe. Oh, geez, I'm controlling the wrong point. Get rid of that. Is there 2 points here? Yeah, that's why I've doubled up. One of these isn't connected. What are you controlling? Alright, so that one over there is controlling that one. That's controlling that one. So many handles everywhere. Alright, that's kind of got that. Yep. Sweet. Oh, wrong way. Get maybe a little bit pointier. I don't know. Yeah, scuff that. Alrighty. Need to fix this up though, don't we? because we can't have that overlap there. So, and it's one big spline. No, not that one. I'm just going to have to kind of wrap it up almost like this. Should have put more control points in. That would have helped. Look, at the end of the day, he's an Ice Golem. Pretty sure his head's not round. Let's go with that. Yep, cool. Fix this one up a bit. Alrighty, doesn't look too bad. What's this one controlling? Kind of in. Hey, that's making it a bit better. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Make that a bit more bend there, a bit sharper. Yep, cool. I reckon that looks good. I am going to quickly go get a beer. I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, so making good progress on here. I really don't care if that matches, but for the sake of trying, and to be honest, that was not that hard. Okay, cool, done. Could maybe move that in a bit, but like this is rough. This does like not need to match that guy. This needs to match what we want it to look like. And I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like those curves. Good. Nice. It's all coming together. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know, it's been a bit cold here the last couple of nights, but you know, well, it's not even that cold really, it's just the last of the onesie weather. Why did I hit move? And just pick it up and drag it. Now I've just messed it up. Oh, that's right. That needs to be on the line. That's why it was there. Hopefully it's still on the line. Yep. Yeah. Cozy, warm. Makes my muscles look bigger. Yeah. I think his eyes are pretty good, to be honest. Like, they're almost, I don't know if you've watched Invader Zim. But yeah, they kind of remind me of Goro's eyes. It's pretty funny. The mouth looks pretty good too. Like, that obviously doesn't need to match up exactly. Like, I think it was better before I moved it. Good rounded face. Yep. Spiky, spiky. Already did that curve. Very nice, very nice. All right. His little peck. Kind of just want to get a little bit more curving going on over there. Yep, that worked well. And a bit more of a curve here. I know he doesn't necessarily have a curve in the picture, but I don't know, personal preference. I don't know if that dot's lining up. There it is. Okay. Cool. Man, I think those feet look pretty good too. I might just make it a little bit sharper on the bottom. Yep, perfect. And same to you. A little bit, no, not that sharp. Yeah, there we go. And cool. Done there. Get a bit of a bulge out here for his arm. Oh, wrong one. Actually, we'll do that while we're here. Yep. Cool. Sharpen up this other hand. go out like this. Well, that's kind of screwing up the rest of the spline. But I can fix it over here. Yeah, cool. Now go back here. Get that to go out. Back here. And elongate that out a little bit. That way we're getting that curve up over here that I talked about earlier. To kind of make it a little bit more like a hand shape at the bottom. Considering I've taught myself, it's a good question. Kind of just play around with things until it works. B-rep where you kind of use equations. Ah, yes. So I've always done sketching, and then essentially modeled from there. Only I think once have I ever needed to go into meshing, but this new version, meshing is now surface, I believe. No. Yeah, I think it's surface. Yeah. And I use sheet metaling too sometimes. Sheet metaling is really good for wrapping, wrapping and unwrapping. But yeah, I pretty much just use Sketch Solid. I don't do a whole lot of meshing in Fusion 360. I don't think, like, they obviously didn't start off with meshing included. It seems like an afterthought. So a lot of the features are lacking, I guess, in my opinion. Maybe I just haven't used them enough. And in Blender, like, I never even really use any of the, I don't know if anyone does, the object modeling. I pretty much click around, like, I almost do it the same way. I'll get an image, I'll put vertices around it, and then I will start modeling based off that. And then, you know, just putting cut loops and topology and everything in. Look, I think this guy's done. Like, I don't know if I really want to fix up around there. That's kind of cool. It's fine. Got that guy there. I'm just going to trace over, get rid of these handles. And just trace over to see how he's going. In Blender. Oh. Yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about in Blender. That's obviously those three buttons down the bottom in edit mode. But create form. That's how you change it in the meshing. No, form or meshing. I really don't know, to be honest. Like, pretty sure there is. Yeah, of course there is. So you can, well, I don't have a mesh to do it. But if there was like an object there, you can select the lines. So let's just say I had a square. Well, top. Let's go over here. I can click that line. It's going to move the whole thing. I can't remember how to do it. I swear you can just like move that part. Yeah. I can't remember. I do that very often, to be honest. And yeah, no, I wasn't going to mess it up. It's all good. Awesome thing I love about Fusion 360 is big ass timeline for you to work on. And I haven't done this properly. I have worked off the top component as opposed to going new component and naming that Ice Golem and then like making the individual parts and stuff like that. But that's fine because we're only kind of really doing one dude and one body. So let's see. I don't want to select profiles. I just want to select lines. Am I going to have to do this? Looks like it. Luckily I did massive splines. Oh, not the point. The whole spline, please. Fine, I'll zoom in. I'm sure there's better ways to do this stuff. Last one. But yeah, just self-taught YouTube, man. No. Oh, jeez. See how that goes. Now I can't select anything. Fantastic. Yeah. So like if you move one thing in sketching and then get out of that sketch, it will change the object. Hey, Chaco. Welcome, man. Yeah, if you change one thing and you like do all your dimensions and everything in the sketch, then like your 3D model will change to suit as well. All good, Chaco. I only had 1 or 2 viewers, and they're probably going to go over there anyway, but you were the only one. Yeah, definitely got to support the people in our community. And thanks for the shout out as well. Well, I've completely broken my selections. There we go, it's back. But that's not really what I want. Joints. See if we can get what we're after here. Sketch points, not profiles. See how I go with that. Ah, there we go, man. Did it. So it was all in there. I don't know which one it is. It's probably like sketch points, curves, T-splines. I reckon those are probably what we're after. But yeah, at least we know now. Well, it's new for me anyway. Another good thing about Fusion 360 is like not everything is easy or obvious, but there is certain little things that you can kind of just click around and figure it out, like inspections, assemblies if you're putting through joints, and definitely your modifications. So yeah. Now I need to try to remember how to turn these into something usable. So that I can get a face. So that's all I really need is a face. And then once I've got the face, I can thicken it. And that will turn it in. It might be form. Or to be honest, maybe I can just offset everything. Like I could, but that's not really what we're after. That would be one way to do it though. You'd just offset everything. Probably like, well, negative 1.2 at least. I don't know how much 3D printing you do, but 1.2 is pretty much the minimum wall that you would want. Like, even that would be pretty flimsy. You'd probably want like 2.4, but then we're starting to kind of get in itself, and you're going to lose heaps of the features. Anyway, we're not going to do that for now. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I can only do lines when we're dealing with mesh. Let's see if this is going to do it. I swear I had everything selected before, didn't I? Unselect the profiles. Now it doesn't have the line selected. Okay. Well, I already finished the sketch. Okay, get my lines. I got all my lines. Surface, extrude. Doesn't seem to have everything selected. I got almost everything selected. Why did it deselect things? You know what? Maybe the dots aren't. That's fucking why. You're not disturbing me, man. I'm happy to chat. I'm only reading the chat when I'm kind of like well, it is right in front of my face, but I'm kind of jumping over and answering questions when I'm not trying to think about how the hell to do this. Is it okay if I 3D model extrudes out of sketch boundaries like that? Not entirely sure what you mean. You can extrude any way. Not sure you're going to be able to in stream. Anyway, I'm going to see what's going to happen here. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That's what we're after. Let's just go 5 mil. See how we go. Oh, look at that bad boy. That is sick. He looks angry and everything. Now, so yeah, we did that through surface. So that's essentially making a mesh, which is kind of what we were talking about before. So now we just need to thicken this guy up. Burp, burp, burp. Control all. No? Why is... Everything. Come on, everything. It's being very selective. Well, let's just select nothing. And go modify. Thicken, 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 thicken. Where did it go? There we go. Thicken. Faces. All the faces. No, all of them. Oh, I think it does have all of them selected. It's just inverted normals by the looks of it. This is going to end up terribly. Okay, anyway, let's see how it goes. This is not going to be good. Let's just start by 1.2. No, I didn't think so. Yeah, that's not gonna like us. Alright, I wonder if we're gonna have to thicken separately. Really hoping to just kind of expand everything out from the center, which is why all of my drawing was from the center, and then just go out kind of from both sides. That would have been cool. At the moment, it's essentially a cookie cutter. So, yeah, I wonder wonder what we can do there. So like, let's try thicken again. Let's just go that. Yeah, see, like, it's kind of like what I wanted to do, but it would have been like that, and it would have been I know, right? It would be a very dope cookie cutter. It wouldn't work as a cookie cutter though, because oh, well, it would if you just didn't go all the way into the cookie. So like the outside, I could extrude maybe a little bit higher, and then the internal would be more impressions as opposed to a cut. So like whole external would be, you know, like 1 centimeter, and then all the internals would be like 0.6. That would work pretty well. And yeah, it'd be fucking dope. It'd be awesome. But I think this is still going to work. So grab it all, thicken, symmetrical, 0.4. Thinking. Okay, broken. Damn. Yeah, because it's going like every which way, and it's just not going to like it at all. What happened to my face there? Did I not put a line in there? Ah, Jesus Christ, Dove. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay, so when you make silly mistakes like this, no, it is in there. What else did I forget? It's just not in here, obviously. Go in there, edit. Oh, psh, look at it. There it is. No, I don't want. Something's not lining up. Where are you, Dot? Are you not connected? Doesn't even know the lines there. It's a bit shit. So let's go back into the sketch and just make sure it is done properly. Is that just a line? Can we just delete that? Yeah, fusion confusion. Well put. So we'll go from that dot. I'm just going to make sure we really get onto this line by shift snap. Yep. Cool. Finish sketch. Get you. Add you. Bam. Fixed. Whoop, 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 ah. Camera woes. Alright. So I'm going to save it. Tracing and face extrusion. By face, I don't mean face, I mean face. And how are we going here? Oh, people playing WoWs now. Alright. Are we going to thicken this one at a time? Because obviously that works. Kind of. That's the thicken that we needed. Negative 0.4. Let's see how we go with that kind of thickness. Whoop. Nope. I think this computer's about 2 years old, maybe. Last one blew up in an electrical storm. So yeah, it kind of just went sort of mid-range everything. Except a couple of parts where it counted a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of just like bought one part at a time to try and figure out where the electrical fault was, because I really couldn't be bothered getting in there with the multimeter and trying to figure that out. So ended up getting the 1060 as well at the same time. Ended up just basically replacing the whole computer. But my 970, I think it was a 970 that I used to have, was probably just as good, if not better, than my 1060. Four gig versus 6 gig, but like performance wise, it was pretty kick-ass. I don't know if I like this thicken. I think I might have to do a little bit of research. Try and get this cookie cutter to be a little bit thicker. quick look. Because I've used thicken a lot, but not in, I guess, this kind of scenario. Meanwhile, where did my sheet go? There we go. I do not have an art station. Like, I don't do any commission work really. I kind of just do this as a hobby. Play around. Yeah, should probably get an art station, I guess, because I've got a fair collection now of just props and random prototypes and stuff like that. The prototypes are actually inventions that don't really exist yet, so I really wouldn't want to make them public either. Like, obviously brushless motors exist, but there's not many 3D printed ones in the way that I made it as well. So, you know, just deciding whether to kind of share that outside of my personal use for the time being as well. They really did change how this thicken works, and I don't know if I like it. Yeah, okay, so this is going to probably take a while. I'm going to have to go through and basically thicken everything. Like this. I remember, I think. I'm not sure why it's getting rid of stuff. It doesn't like all these inputs. It's probably because of these curves. Yeah. See, this is where Blender definitely came in handy. Cheers, man. Yeah, I'm probably going to call it pretty soon. It looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of research because in Blender, obviously I could just go around and create an inset and then quad that up and easily extrude and subdivide or anything like that. So I haven't done this before. I'm going to have to play around and see what the best one is. But yeah, take it easy. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the chats. What are we going to do with this guy? What are we going to do with you? Might have to go into form. Surface. Surfaces. We'll go this eye. It's not doing what I want to do. I wonder if this will work. Nope. Yeah, no, we can only extrude the lines. That's fine. Well, it was definitely easier to trace in Fusion360. So, I wonder if we can just export it now and thicken those faces in Blender, which may do the job. But I would really like to be able to do it in here. Let's try and create a form. Because we already have faces, we just want to there's thicken. Can we thicken faces? No, because we have no T-splines. Of course. Alright, well, now 42. Pretty much the same amount of time it took in Blender, but I have been screwing around with this thicken thing for a good 20 minutes. Ooh. sweep. No, that's just going to change my face. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I've already saved it there. And I'm going to get rid of that. And we're going to call it there. And do some research and playing around. Then come back with the finished object tomorrow, and I'll make sure I include how I did it after I play around and actually do it. So like I'll do it, undo it, and then do quick stream on how I got it done. Although if I have to do every face, I'm not going to undo all of them. Anyway, there's our kick-ass cookie cutter right now, which it literally just could be a cookie cutter right now. If I went these external splines, which there's only, like I'd have to trim that. And then I would extrude this a little bit more. And then, yeah, outline, and then your inset. Your inside lines would be just a little bit lower. That would be pretty cool, and I might very well do that as well. Yep, cool. Thank you. I'm gonna go play some WoW and go from there.
Fucking cannot even. Is he like in DPS spec or something?